आसिफ साहब से पूछना है।
I told the Chief Minister, I'm not only your chief guest but also your compere. So, ladies and gentlemen, respected Chief Minister Syed Murad Shah Sahab, my old friends Murtaza, Wahab and Nasir Shah, ministers of Sindh government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen and friends. After my father expired in December 1988, the respected Benazir Bhutto, who fondly is called Bibi, asked the Sindh government to publish a stamp in his name and also to establish a road. And this was conveyed to us through Mr. P.K. Shahani, who was then the Minister of Sindh government, at the memorial meeting held by the English-speaking Union for my father. I'm happy to say that in December 2016, a stamp was published. And today, after 33 years, the Chief Minister has fulfilled the desire of Benazir Bhutto by naming the road from Ghaz Bandar, which all the Parsis call it Ghaz Bandar, to where we have the Bandar boats taken for crabbing, that to be named as the Dinshaw Avari road. Not only has the Chief Minister fulfilled the desire of Benazir Bhutto, BB, but he has also fulfilled the desire of the Parsi community of Pakistan and our family's desire. On behalf of the Parsi community, I am grateful and indebted to the Chief Minister that after 75 years after partition, the government is acknowledging a Parsi. I am honored to say that the Chief Minister follows in the same footsteps of his late distinguished father, Syed Abdullah Shah, who was Chief Minister, Sindh, like his son. Syed Abdullah Shah was not only a friend of my father, but a friend of mine, and even today he is held in the highest esteem by every person in Pakistan. We pray that his soul may rest in eternal peace. As today a road has been named after my late father, I think it is in fairness of things that I say a few words about him and his life. Born on 2nd October 1902, he believed that man makes his own destiny. He completed matric in his village on a candle, and 4 years later he completed BCom on a hurricane lantern. He became the manager of Sun Life Insurance Company of Canada for Karachi, and then for Sindh, Balochistan, Northwest Frontier, Afghanistan and Punjab. At that point, the Canadian called him and said, Mr. Avari, the next job is mine. I'm not going to take it. Make up your mind. So there was a Jewish couple called Mr. and Mrs. Wiseman. They saw the partition coming. They wanted to sell the Bristol Hotel. And so it was bought by my father for 100,000 rupees. And our family went to live there for 6 months till my mother and father learned how to run the hotel. The day it was taken over, it was requisitioned by Provost Marshal, who said that an Indian cannot run an English hotel. So my father went to Sir Sidney Ridley, who spoke to the Provost Marshal, and so it was decided for 4 rupees including meals, single room, and 5 rupees including meals, double room, will be the basis on which the hotel will be allowed to be opened. And Sir Sidney said, Mr. Avari, you will go broke. So my father said, I borrowed 50,000 from National and Grindlays Bank, 50,000 from friends and relatives who have given 500 to 1,000 rupees each. I'll go broke anyway. Anyway, what happened was when he came home and he got a message that the Provost Marshal would like to come to see the hotel, he'd like a room. So my mother got very excited. She said, Parsi se mua. So this fellow, he's created trouble for us and he wants a room. So my father said, okay. He said, I want 1 bottle of scotch every day and I want to pay 1 rupee for a single room. I found out that your wife and you are clean people and I'll help you. So Then he said that now listen, American troops are coming. I'll divert all of them to you on one condition, that you put only chicken. Americans don't eat chicken. And for steak, you charge 4 rupees. My father said, 4 rupees? He said, yes. And you charge 1 rupee for scotch, not 2 paisa as usual. So in 1 year, he made 100,000 rupees, paid up the borrowing, and decided to go ahead in the hotel business. So he built the beach luxury and opened the hotel on 21st of March 1948. Subsequently, he bought the Nidos Hotel, where today the Avari Lahore stands, for rupees 1 crore 21 lakhs in an open auction in 1962, and subsequently opened the Avari Towers on 2nd April 1985. He taught us that we come from the poor and must always look after the poor. You see, the thing is that my father was the first president of Rotary, first Indian as a president of Rotary. He was involved in the war movement, and he was also a member of the Masonic Lodge, as the first Indian to be a member of the Masonic Lodge. He was the first certified life underwriter of SHAH, CLU, Certified Life Underwriter. He set up the English-speaking union with Ahmed Jafar and was responsible for arranging the repatriation of Iranian refugees during the Iraq War, Zoroastrian refugees who came to Karachi, and they were educated, they were housed in Panchayat Wadi behind Syed Manzil. They were educated at Pakistan American Cultural Center, fed, and relocated to Canada. So anyway, the thing is that having taught us that we come from the poor and you must look after the poor, this is the ethos of our family. When 9/11 downturn took place, the war on terror and also the financial problems, we never terminated anybody. And now with COVID, we had 3,000 employees who we sent home, closed down 5 hotels, sent home 3,000 employees with full pay, with medical, but never terminated anybody. So my father always said that this is your hand. This same hand is to take, taking hands is to give. Always give. Give it love, affection. Money is not the only thing. To help people poor, use your hand. Don't say take, give. And one day he told me that, do you sleep well at night? I said, yes. He said, the day you don't sleep well at night, remember, तुम्हारी दियानत और तुम्हारी नियत बदली हो रही है. And this is your test of life. Then when I came back after my education of BCom here, LLB, and then hotel education, I was made to go through all the different departments. So the last department I had to go through was with the general manager as his peon. So I said, why am I a peon to open the mail? Because those days mail would come like that. So he said, do you read the mail? I said, yes. He said, that's why I put you there, because that's how you do it. So my grandson, Behram, where is he? He has come back after his education, and he's sitting there doing the same thing now, but on emails instead of mail. Anyway, so Max Tut was the general manager. He was a Swiss. So a man came to us that I went on leave. I came back. You had a telegram, chipka ke aata tha, and my mother died. I went back again. I've come back. I want my pay. So I said, Max, he can't get his pay because his salary cannot allow him, his arrangement cannot allow him 2 months leave. So he said, I agree. So we said, sorry, we can't give you leave. So he said, Bare Saab ke paas jao. I said, jao. So my father had his office in my house. So he called me, and Max Tut, he said, come over. And we went there, and he said, you've done a very good thing, correct thing. Don't pay him. He's gone on leave once. He can't get a second leave. But who's going to feed his family? How is he going to come on the circular road, railroad? How is he going to pay school fees? How is the Ghaslit ka lantern kaisa chalayega? Petromax. Don't give. He said, I want to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you twice. He said, rules are made for fools and children of schools and donkeys and mules. He said, who makes rules? Rules are made for children of schools and donkeys and mules. Who makes the rules? You and I make the rules. Who changes the rules? You and I change the rules. If you can't be managers, you need to put a peon there to just follow the rules. So we went back to the office and we paid him the salary. And this has been our principle, that it is not the rules. You know, today also when the parents need a bypass and the insurance company doesn't allow it, we pay it from our own resources, meaning head office, not from the hotel operations. When people come and say, give us a salary increase because of the high inflation, which you are fighting so kindly for Pakistan, we, the people of Sindh and Pakistan, we say, what do your children, what's your children's education? The cost of education we pay from head office, so that the man has an income, has an increase, and yet we have some conditions. You cannot go to a madrasa. The results every month have to be checked by our staff. And anyway, so this is a bit of our ethos. And my father always said that more things are wrought by prayers than by man alone. And there's one saying of his which I'll read out. He said, God does not look at the oratory of your prayers, how eloquent they are, nor at the arithmetic, how many they are, nor at their logic, how methodical they are, but he looks at the sincerity of your prayers, how spiritual they are. With these words, I can just say, Chief Minister Saab, thank you so much for naming the road, giving us this opportunity to be present when you unveiled the plaque. And we wish you more success, more happiness, and more successes with health and happiness. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman Rahim. Mr. Bahram Avari, my colleagues, Minister Local Government and Advisor Law Administrator Karachi, distinguished guests, members of the Parsi community, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It's indeed a pleasure to have you all here at the Chief Minister's house. I actually wanted to go on the road and do the inauguration there, but then we felt this was not to my likings, but there was advice that this was better and we do it here. I'm really delighted that we've been able to fulfill the promise of Shaheed Mohtarama Benazir Bhutto, though after a long time. And this road has been made from KPT Bridge to Khamis Gate, but you said it's Khas Mandi. The same terminology. I'm sure all of us have been on these roads several times. This road was not in such a good position a few days ago, and then we decided to have it upgraded. This is a very important road. It not only leads to it's the gateway to Pakistan, because all the cargo traffic which comes from sea uses this road. People go to our old islands, the Baba and Bhit Island, they have to go to Kimadi, and they take this road in order to go to Manoda and Baba and Bhit Islands. The Parsi community has contributed a lot to this city. There can be no denying. I have had, actually, after when we're talking informally, I will ask about a few Parsi friends which I had in school, but I've lost contact with them. And I try and see if I can find them now. So the contribution of the Parsi community may be in the education sector, at the PVS Parsi, the Mama Parsi schools, and I believe Murtaza studied at BVS, and I had friends from BVS who were with me in college and later on in the university. The contribution in the development of this city, I would not want to, the road that we've named after today, your late father, his contribution to the development of the city, and especially the icons that we have here both in Karachi and Lahore, the Avari hotels, the beach luxury hotel before that are testament to his contribution. So, as I said, it's a pleasure to fulfill this promise of Shaheed Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, and it's an honor for me that I am here and our chief guest, Mr. Avari, is here today to inaugurate this. Welcome you all here, and inshallah this cooperation between the Sindh government and the Parsi community would continue, and I would like to assure you that the government of the Pakistan People's Party would always, our chairman actually was born from the hands of a Parsi doctor, so we can't, his wife is here. And we're naming one of the roads against, for Dr. Setna also. That's a plan. The chairman has told us, Murtaza, you're aware of it. We are going to name a road again for Dr. Setna and Dr. Setna's name also. That's the plan. So we cannot underscore the contribution of the Parsi community in the development of the city, and inshallah ta'ala, the Pakistan People's Party would like to work further with the Parsi community for doing even better for the city and make sure that the community is comfortable here in this city. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here, and once again, thank you for contributing so much to the development of the city. Thank you.
A translation of the prayer recited is as follows. Ashem means virtue and Vahu is good. Thus the prayer enlightens us to think with thoughts, speak with words, and perform with deeds. The prayer further teaches us that just as Amra Mazda is an emblem of purity and righteousness, we need to develop moral courage to work for the good of the world, selflessly and without expecting any reward. Athao Zamya Yathawa Fina. May it be as I so wish. Amen.
साइड पे आ जाए, कुछ साइड पे आ जाए, आ जाए वैसा
थोड़ा सा साइड में थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।